Good day, everyone. My name is Jorbs Pacondo, and I'm the first reporter of this group. And with, with the title of Common Philippine Herbs Used for Preventing and Treating Disease for Animals. So in this video, we will be tackle about the different use of herbs by the treating of the different organ systems. So we have integumentary system, the reproductive system, the urinary system, and the circulatory system. First is the integumentary system. So, integumentary system, it is all about a set of organs forming outermost layer of an animal's or human body. So, it means it is your body's outer layer. So, as we all know, this system composed of skin, nails, the hair, the glands, and the nerves of the skin. So this system, it also acts a physical barrier, protecting the body from the bacteria, infections, injury, and sunlight. So we have different herbs. We have different herbs to prevent the diseases of the animals. So number one is the Sabella. So the scientific name of Sabella, it is the Aloe bermadensis. So indication, it from the wounds, burns, abrasion, skin irritation of the animals, especially in the swine. So preparation and application, so you just strip off outer skin and apply mesophile on affected areas. So the active ingredients of this Sabella are the asimanan, allantoin, alomodin, atran, glycoside, ermonin, and allantoin. So the precaution of these herbs is toxic when ingested due to the atracoid present in the latex skin. So, not to be used in pregnant or lactating animals. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng magamit sa mga pregnant or lactating animals. So, number 2 is the Comfrey. So, Comfrey or the Symphytum officinale. So indication of this for the animals is for the wounds, abscess, and cuts. So bruise. So the preparation of an application is from the bruise and the bruise immediately apply topically or leaves overnight. So pwede rin siya ang dahon. So, the active ingredients of these herbs is the allantoin, tannin, mucus substance. So, the precaution of these herbs, so toxic when ingested due to phyrolysidine, alkaloids, and consolacin present. So, other is the talong, or it is common for us. So the talong or the Solanum melongena. So wound or dermatophytes. So the indication, sa application and preparation, leaves, bead, X times 70. So the active ingredients of this is the alkaloid and tannin. So the precaution is slight toxicity noted when ingested. Yes, toxicity. And the most common of all of the herbs is the Bayapas or Visidium or Guava. So wounds. So it is common for us. This Bayapas is for the wounds. So leaves and irrigate affected area. Then tannin, saponin, volatile oil, fixed oil. So there's no precautionary measures for this. There's no toxicity. So The fifth one is the tobacco or Nicotiana tabacum. So the indication for this is the surgical wound from the castration. So if the surgical wound and localized mangni or tick infestation. So for the surgical wound and the castration, from the castration it is leaves mixed with paminta, betel nut, and lime. So the active ingredients is the nicotine, toxic when ingested. So the preparation and application for the localized mangdi is the 75-gram tobacco dust plus 20 ml 70% isopropyl alcohol applied PED times 3 times a day, and moderate infusion applied or 7 days more. So there is no active ingredients and precautionary measures. So for the tick infections, the indication of the tobacco is the 75 gram leaves soaked in 1 liter of water 3 days. So filter, apply on affected areas, defend bowels for 30 minutes, and rinse off with tap water. So the active ingredients is the nicotine. So it causes paralysis, then death of the parasites. So many purpose na siya nicotine. So makakause siya of paralysis, then death of the parasites. So we have the 6. For the 6 is the aroma or Acacia famasiana. So skin disease in pigs. So if you have skin disease, so apply the aroma. Then use fresh leaves as rubbing agent. Then next is Atwiti. So Bexa aureliana. So the indication is canine phyroderma. The Atwiti dye mixed with lime. Masculine, toxic when ingested. So this Atwiti is also for the infected wounds. So di ba? Lahat ng mga indication of this lahat ng mga indication are for the skins or the glands of the nerves, skin diseases, or any else. So those are the herbs that can help us to prevent diseases of the animals, especially in the swine. So the next one is the tanglad. Now we have also the common name. It is common for us is the tanglad. So that tick infestation, leaves in ethanol and dilution. The active ingredients is the citral and aldehyde in essential oil. Next is Kakawati. So it also for the tick and flea infections among the dermatopites. Then 500 leaves and young stalks in 1 liter of water. Apply with 24 hours weekly in 6 weeks. So the active ingredients for this Kakawati are the coumarin, tannin, and anthraquinone and sulfur. Then we have the Mangifera indica. So it's for mangi, and mix the gum resins with oil and apply topically. So the active ingredients for this is the saponin, tannin, and this sulfur. So the next one is the talisay, Terminalia catapa. So for mangi, young leaves mixed with oil. So active ingredients for this is the tannin, saponin, calcium oxalate, and glycosides. So toxic when ingested due to the polycollagen, a hydrolyzable tannin present. So we have Elefante also, and the Atis. This is for also for mangi, and the preparation or the application is for the leaves of this Atis. The active ingredients for this is the alkaloid and tannin. So toxic when ingested siya. So the last one is the kuchay. So Allium tuberoso, mangi or dermatophytes. This is the indication of the animals. So 500 grams of leaves in 1 liter of water plus 0.5 gram agar after cooling plus 500 ml cooking oil. Shake vigorously and apply to skin weekly in 3 times or times 3 weeks. So alanine and beta carotene for the active ingredients of these herbs. So the next one is the reproductive system. So the reproductive system, which is also known as the genital type of the human or animal's body. So the herb for this is the malunggay or Moringa oleifera. So agalactia is for the indication. So leaves and apply on mammaries. So active ingredients, calcium and protect substance and precaution. So I also noticed that some of the after the navel cutting for the pigs, they use malunggay. They use in malunggay to avoid infections of the navel cord. Then the gatas-gatasan o Euphorbia hita, agalactia o whole plant imong magamit ani. Then amylidine, calcium oxalate. High doses can irritate GIT. So next one is the sampagita or Jasminum sambac. So mastitis of the indication of the pigs or the swine. So preparation and application for this is the leaves and flowers apply on the mammaries. So the next one is the urinary system. So the urinary system is the main excretory system in animals. So it is composed of the kidney, in which urine is produced, and ureters and urinary bladders and the urethras. So the herb for this to prevent the diseases of animals are the sambong. So I know you are familiar for this. So Blumea balsamifera. So the indication of the animals are the cystitis or urolithitis and uretic. So the preparation and application for these herbs to the animals are: 1 leaves in 2 glasses of water and drench it. So active ingredients for this is the alkaloids, glycosides, tannin, volatile oil. So there's no precautionary measures for this. So pansitan. So Peperomia peloseda. So the urolithiasis or the UTI. So UTI. Then preparation and application. Feed fresh 4 inches of the plant in 1 glass of water. Then the active ingredients for these herbs are the tannins, calcium oxalate, alkaloids, volate oils. Suppress the peristalsis due to the volatiles oil present. So bulbous, the next one is the bulbous pusa or the orthosisophone aristatus. So it is for the UTI. So the preparation application are the leaves. So the next one is the circulatory system. So as we all know, the circulatory system, it is used to transport the blood through the body. So we have different herbs to prevent the diseases of the animals, especially in the swine. So number one is the niyog or Cocos nucifera. So and the indication for this is the dehydration of the swine. So preparation and application for this is water of 3 young coconuts and 1 cup of sugar until hydrated. Without the sugar could be given IV or 4. So active ingredients is CF-like. So next one of the herb is the avocado, Persia americana. So anemia. So feed fruit except fruit peel. So mudra. The active ingredients for this is the vitamin B complex, phosphate, iron, potassium, and minerals. So we also have the malunggay. So it is for the anemia. So feed leaves and flowers. So phosphorus, vitamins A and C are the present of the active ingredients. So luya, zingiber officinate. So Dirophilaria emettitis infections. So alcoholic extract of rhizosome residue. So the active ingredients for this luya are not yet identified, although has gingerol. So the precaution for this is do not use 1 week prior to and after surgery. Next one is the bawang or aluminum sativum. Then arrhythmia tachycardia, the indication. Then 1 clove, diba? Buo. Sakalinin. Then 5 to 15 kilogram by day. Sulfuric compounds or alins do not use in anemic animals, not with high dose of vitamin E and in 1 week prior to and after surgery. So that's all, and thank you.
Good day. This is the continuation report in Chapter 7, the common Philippine herbs used for preventing and treating diseases for animals. So I was assigned to tackle the application of herbal medicines and the different herbal medicines used in treating different illness related to ophthalmic, integumentary, and the gastrointestinal system. So, first, let us tackle the application of herbal medicine. So, in application of herbal medicines, we have 2 types, oral and topical. So, oral, from the word oral, it is mouth. It is the application of the herbal medicine directed to the mouth. While in topical, it is the application of herbal medicine to the body. Under oral, we have drenching and force feeding. So, what is drenching? Drenching is the administration of liquid or semi-liquid preparation to the mouth. So, liquid, it can be either extract or the soak or the soak herbal medicine from the water. So, those liquid can be a cure for the animal diseases. And in what way we can apply those liquid? We can use the bamboo tube, soft drink bottles, syringe sans needle, or the medicine dropper. The next is force feeding. So in drenching, the extract only or the liquid of medicinal herb are used in treating illness. Force feeding is the application of solid through the mouth. So the entire herbal medicine are directed to the mouth of the animal. Next is we have topical. In topical, we have fomentation and compress. So in fomentation, it is the application of warm, moist substance to the affected parts of the body. So, fomentation. Halimbawa nito ay yung pag-a-apply natin ng hilba sa ating katawan. Bago natin ipahid sa ating katawan, ay kailangan muna natin itong painitin sa apoy. At kung ito ay mainit na at may nang lumalabas, yung extract, saka natin ito ipahid sa ating katawan. So, yun yung halimbawa ng fomentation. Another one is decompress. Compress is dry substance applied to affected parts of the body. It is the direct application of herbal preparation on affected part of the body. So, in fomentation, it is needed first to warm. But in compress, it is direct application of herbal into the affected parts of the body. Hindi na natin kailangan itong ipa-init sa apoy. Kumbaga, direct na natin itong ilagay sa affected part sa katawan. So, yun. The Philippine Traditional and Alternative Healthcare under the Department of Health and the Makiling Botanical Garden in the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, provided the list for the common and widely used medicinal plants for human in the Philippines that have potential medicinal properties for livestock. However, it must be clinically tested and researched before therapeutic claims can be reached. So, here are the medicinal herbs that can used in treating different illness related to ophthalmic. So, first let us define first what is ophthalmic system. Ophthalmic is relating to or situated near the eye. It is all about the supplying or draining the eye or structures in the region of the eye. So here is the list of medicinal herbs for ophthalmic system. We have sampagita, elepante, gatas-gatasan, sampalok, and pandaka king China. So, sampagita, scientific name is the Jasminum sambac. So, what is the indication? The indication for sampagita is the eye infection, eye wound, and sore eyes. So, we can apply the sampagita through eye drop. The use of the extract of flowers are used to cure those indication. So, next is elepante or the Heliotropium indicum. So, the indication for elepante is conjunctivitis. Preparation and application is eye drop leaves. So, we have the active ingredients of the elepante. We have indicin. It is an alkaloid. Another is the calcium oxalate and tannin. Next is gatas-gatasan or Euphorbia hirta. So, the indication for gatas-gatasan is the cataract. So, preparation and application for gatas-gatasan is eye drop. Sap 1 drop and it is applied 1 drop only. The active ingredients is the amygdalin. The precaution is high doses taken orally can irritate the GIT. Next is sampalok or the Tamarindus indica. An indication for this is conjunctivitis. Preparation and application is eye drop, young leaves. Active ingredient is the glycosides. And the last one is Pandakaking China or the Ervatemia divaricata. So, the indication is ophthalmia. Preparation and the application is eye drop sap of the leaves. So, those are the different herbs for ophthalmic system. Next is we have different medicinal herbs for integumentary system. So what is integumentary? Integumentary is relating to the external layer of the body. It is the skin, the hair scales, feathers, and the cuticle. So here is the list of medicinal herbs. We have Sabella, Comfrey, Talong, Bayabas, Tobacco, Aroma, Achtuete, Tanglad, Kakawati, Mangga or Mango, we have Talisay, Elefante, Atis, Kuchay, Makabuhay, Acapulco, Niyog, and Gatas-Gatasan. So those are the medicinal herbs for integumentary system. So in Sabella, the indication for Sabella is wound, burns, abrasion, skin, irritation. So how we can apply it is to strip off outer skin and apply mesophyll on affected areas. Next is Comfrey. The indication for Comfrey is the wound, abscess, cuts. The preparation and application for Comfrey is bruises the roots and immediately applied topically. Next is Talong or eggplant. Indication, wound dermatophytes, and the application is only the leaves of the eggplant. The next is Bayabas that can cure the wounds. Preparation and application is through leaves and irrigate affected area. Tobacco, surgical wound from castration. So the leaves will be mixed with paminta, betel nut, and lime. Another is the aroma. Indication is the skin diseases. How to apply? Use fresh leaves as rubbing agent. Achwete. Indication is the canen, pyoderma, and the infected wound. So how to apply? Achwete dye mixed with the lime. Next is tanglad or the lemongrass. Indication is tick infestation and the dermatophyte. So how to apply? Leaves or leaves in ethanol dilution. Next is Kakawati. Kakawati is the local name is the Madre Cacao. Indication is tick and flea infestation, mange and dermatophyte. So how to apply? 500 milligrams of leaves and young stalks in one. Apply within 24 hours. So we have mango. Indication is mange. How to apply? It is the mix the gum resin with oil and applied topically. Next is talisay. Indication also is mange. Young leaves mixed with the oil. Elefante or the atis. Indication is mange and application is the leaves. Kochay. Indication is mange or dermatophytes and how to apply. 500 grams leaves in 1 liter of water and 5 milligram of then after cooling 500 milliliter of cooking oil, shake vigorously and apply to skin weekly. Next is makabuhay. Indication is mange and how to apply. Vine may plus pounded coconut palm leaves used as rubbing agent to affected areas. Next is Acapulco. Acapulco indication is the ermites or Soroconiculti, Eczema, and mange. Application is leaves applied to the ears weekly. Niyog coconut. Indication is dermatophytes. Application is the oil of the coconut oil. The last is gatas-gatasan. Indication is the dermatophytes, trichophyton, mentagrophytes. So how to apply it is the deformation of leaves. So those are the medicinal herbs for integumentary system. Next, we have the gastrointestinal. So what is the gastrointestinal? Gastrointestinal is relating to including both stomach and intestine. So, what are those herbal medicine that can cure any illness related to gastrointestinal? First, we have bayabas, mingo, coconut, damong Maria, takip kohol, lagnob, luya, tanglad, bulak ng paraiso, rosal, and the last one is mutha. So, what are the indication for bayabas? Diarrhea, giardia, and infestation. So, how to apply? Through leaves, 250 milliliter. Next is mango. Indication is Giardia, E. coli, or the Enterobacteria infestation. The same also in bayabas or guava. Application also is the leaves. Next is niyog or the coconut. So the indication is bloat, diarrhea, and constipation. How to apply? 200 milliliter of oil or milk of coconut times. Next is damong Maria. So, the damong Maria indication is the gas pain. Next is takip kohol or the Centella asiatica. So, the indication is peptic ulcer. Next is the lagnob. The indication for is the food poisoning or the indigestion. Next is the luya or the Zigenber officinale. So the indication for luya is bloat. Next is tanglad or lemongrass. The indication is the flatulence diarrhea. Next is bulak ng paraiso. So, indication is jaundice. Next is rosal or the gardenia jasminoides G. The indication is jaundice, increased bilirubin in blood. The last one is the mutha or the stomach pain colic. So, those are the different herbal medicines used in treating illness related for gastrointestinal. Those are the different herbal medicine that can cure different illness related to ophthalmic, integumentary, and the gastrointestinal system. So, thank you for listening.
So good day everyone, I am the member of the last group. Our topic is all about in chapter 7, which is the common Philippine herbs used for preventing and treating disease for animals. So I am Apple J. A. Timon, the third reporter. So my assigned topic is the application of herbal medicine, which is the two, the intestinal parasitism and the respiratory system. So first we discuss is the intestinal parasitism. So intestinal parasitism, it is most internal parasites are worms and single-celled organisms that can exist in the intestines of dogs, chicken, and cats, and other domesticated animals. So when we say unicellular organisms, or also known as the single-celled organism, it is an organism that consists one single cell. So the most common worms are the roundworms, tapeworms, hookworms, whipworms. Single-cell parasites are Cucudia and Giardia. So Cucudia and Giardia are both single-celled organisms, not worms. They are not worms and live in the intestinal tracts of dogs and cats. Syempre na sila sa intestinal na nag-live yung mga worms, which is can cause diseases or mga diarrhea, something like that. So here are some herbs that can control or medicines that can prevent those diseases. So first is the bunga or the Aricia C. tissue or the indication is Toxocara canis. So Toxocara canis is a worldwide distributed helminth parasite of dogs and other canids. So helminth means parasitic worms. So those are yung mga tapeworms, sweepworms, etc. So their active ingredients or the preparation is the remove the husk, wash and dry nuts, grind with mortar and pestle. So the water squeeze of juice with the chinit cloth and give to kilogram of BW and PO repeat after 1 week. So the active ingredients is aricolane and arikiden. So aricolane and aricolane is a nucleic acid based of mild parasympathetolytic stimulant alkaloid found in the areca nut or the fruit of the areca palm. So arachidin is a bioactive alkaloid in the areca nut. So they are areca nuts. So the precaution of this is the large doses of areca nut causes vomiting and diarrhea. Of course, sometimes if high dosage na ang ginapakaon sa katong bunga, which is can cause ng, syempre, magdot ilatiyan, tapos magsuka pod ang mga or the dogs or cats. Ganyan. So the second is pinya or the ananas comosos. Toxocara again, it is parasitic worms. Those are the tapeworms, mga ganon. So okay, sun-dried. So sun-dried means which is ginabulad rin siya, no? Leaves, grind, mix with 1 gm of molasses, give the 2 mg or kilogram of W. So the ang iyang active ingredients is the bromelain. So bromelain is a group of enzymes found in the fruit and stems of pineapple plant. So makita ang bromelain is which is ang bunga tapos ang stem sa pineapple plant. So the precautions of this is contraindicated in patients with a prolonged bleeding time and those under anticoagulant medication. So ginagamit ni siya yung ginagamit ini na medicines which is pantakip sa katong nasamad or na-wound na parts of the animals. So next is the niyog-niyogan. Niyog-niyogan, or also known as Quisqualis indica. So again, the parasitic worms gihapon ang Toxocara canis. Tapos ang preparations and application, which is the seeds give a PO. And then next is the L-quicasic acid. Because wala siya precaution sa niyog-niyugan. And the next one is the balite or the Trichoris or Toxocara canis. So the use of the latex, which itong duga of the trunk sa 1.0 centimeter or kilogram and give PO. So the Physin enzyme or Physin enzyme phyrosterine Calcotrich rubber. The precaution of this is some toxic side effect is the hypertension, vasodilations, and direct heart depressants, which is magkahinay ang pag-release ng gikan sila sa nagkaon pa. Weak ang weak ang pag-circulate ng ng isa ka hayop kung magamit kita ng balite. So the last is in the intestinal parasitism is the pandakaking China, or also known as Erva tamia di vericata. So worms ang ija indications, worms lang siya. Tapos ang preparation niya is the rub root bark with the water and give PO. So next is the respiratory system. So respiratory system and animal respiratory system are designed to facilitate gas exchange. In mammals, air is warmed and humidified in the nasal cavity. So in the respiration in animals, the mode of external respiration varies greatly from organisms to organism. So the basic process of respiration or the circular respiration is similar in all living organisms. So meaning the process of exchange gases varies in different animals. Of course, kay lahi man sila ng respiratory system. So first is the through plasma membrane. So in unicellular animals, yung mga single cells such as the amoeba, exchange gases takes place through the cell surface. So they absorb surrounding air and the water and give carbon dioxide to the plasma membrane by diffusion. So when we say diffusion, it is a process of resulting from random motions of molecules by which there is a net flow of the matter from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentrations. Just like mag-spray kita ng perfume in one room. So, di ba, in spraying single nga pag-spray lang, di ba mo spread siya ang kahumoton, which is ingana ang sa first nato na through plasma membrane. So the second is the through body wall or skin, so such as among mga tapeworms, roundworms, earthworms, and leeches na nag-use sila sa skin for the exchange of gases. So the skin of earthworm is very thin and moistened. So makita nato ang worms, diba, is soft ang ila skin kung ato hikapon, and then medyo basa-basa sa siya. So many blood cells are spread on the skin. So these are known as capillaries. So the exchange of gases occurs at the capillaries. Patay ang isa ka worm if masuffocate na kanang lack of lack of water, something like na dry ang ilang skin. So next is the through tracheal system. So this and the insects like cockroach, grasshoppers, and transportation of gas or gaseous exchange takes place by the special type of fine tubes are called the trachea. So makita nato sila sa, for example, sa cockroach is na sila diri na part mag-breathe. Nga na. So the next one is the through gills. So sa hasang, which is commonly na makita nato siya or ma-observe nato siya sa unsaon pag-breathe is kanang sa mga fishes. Tapos through lungs pod. Then the next one is these are the herbal na ginagamit nato para sa this respiratory system. So first is the Amarillo. And the indication is common cough, which is di kanang mga ubo-ubo lang. Leaves and the flowers is ibali i-combined. Yan na. Tapos ang active ingredients niya kay fats, volatile oil, and quercetin. So next is the sambong or the Blumia balsamifera atis anora esquamosa. So the indication of this is the productive cough. So same ra gihapon, but sa first is but leaves and glasses of water. And sa picas is leaves and flowers. So ang active ingredients niya is the glycosides tannin. So the next one is the Lagondi or the Vitex nigando or kennel cough. Ang indication. So commercially available in capsule from or the leaves. Ano dyan siya? So the active ingredients niya is the flavonoids, is the essential oils. Tapos ang precaution is may decrease heart rate and amplitude. So meaning magkahinay lang ija paglilis ng mga oxygen, which is isa sa nagtabang sa ato or sa animals na mag-breathe, ganun. So bayabas or the Psydium guava colds, yung mga sipon-sipon. So leaves lang ginagamit niya. I don't know if unsa na siya ilaga ba or itakip lang ba o diretso ipainom sa i-squeeze tapos ang water is ang maipainom. So active ingredients is istanin and saponin. The next one is the malunggay or moringa oleifera. Ano gihapon siya ang indication is sa mga sipon-sipon. So feed leaves gihapon. Syempre ang katong leaves sa malunggay dikdikon adto i-squeeze para ang katong ijang duga sa sa malunggay amoy itambal dito sa na disease na atang tambal. So active ingredients is the calcium oxalate and the prefix substance. So amo dito siya sa respiratory system. So my next topic is all about the top herbal parts in the Philippines. So first is the ringworm bush or Acapulco, or the scientific name is Cassia alata. So ano ba yung benepisyo na makukuha natin sa Acapulco? So Acapulco pala is in our dialect or atong term dili is asunting, which is pantambal po na siya sa up na diri sa dagway nato. So this Acapulco is a shrub with diuretic, sudorific, and purgative. The medical uses of Acapulco are to treat scabies, fungal infections of the skin, and for the treatment of ringworms in the ruminants and swine. So diuretic sometimes called water pills to help rid your body from salt or sodium that is water. Sudori causing sweating, yaong magsingot-singot ang mga animals. So, ang uses ng Acapulco is to treat scabies, yung mga wounds na mga ginagmay ra lamang na kuan is pwede siya na dikdikon para ang katong na squeeze nimo na duga is pwede nimo siya ibutang na lamang ibutang sa skin directly. Tapos, ang atong treatment ni Ja. So, next is part utilized, which is first is the leaves. Siyempre, ang leaves magamit dyan si Jan para pang squish or pwede rin pang dikdik. Tapos, ang katong duga may pang pahid para sa mga katong na wound na ginagmay. Then the second is the bark. Ang panit ng asunting or Acapulco is magamit sad para sa treatment. Then the next is ang seeds. So, beneficial po dahil ang seeds, no? Isa sad ini siya sa makatabang para para maka-treat ng isa ka sakit. Then the next one is ang flower ni Ja. So next is the uses of folkloric, which is the seeds used for intestinal parasitism. So ang liso di ay is gamiton siya para sa katong sa mga tapeworms na inside sa intestine sa mga hayop. So, the tincture from leaves reported to be purgative. So, pwede di ay siya ma-squeeze para, ang leaves ni Ja is para mainom ng atong mga animals. The concoction of leaves and flowers are for cough. So, kadto ang pag-squeeze gihapon ng mga leaves and flowers di ay is for katong gipang ubo na mga, or na ay something like sign nga tagubong imuhang mga animals, pwede sa siya gamiton. So, crushed leaves or itong mga dinikdik na leaves, tapos ang juice extract ni Ja is used for ringworms, scabies, eczema, tinea infections, and insect bites or herpes. Katong mga, for example, ang pigs, pwede sad. Ang pigs is gipang pakpak ng mga lamok. Pwede ito siya na i-scrub ra or ipahid-pahid. So, the concoction of leaves and flowers are as mouthwash in stomatiste. So, pwede dahil siya pang mouthwash, no? So, and then the next one is the preparation. Ang saon man pag-prepare na naton Acapulco. So first is the pound enough of fresh leaves, express or squeeze the juice and apply the infected skin morning and evening. So pwede sa ini pantawo not just in the animals lang, pwede sa pantao. So the improvement should be noticed after 2 weeks of treatment. Of course, after nimo i-treat adto or pahiran adto ng mga Acapulco, which is pwede sa katong gipino na tawag na to na leaves or katong ija latex na imo tagkuha is makuha na nimang result if imo siya of course obserbahan. Then in Africa di ay katong Acapulco is tagbol nila ang leaves use of the hypertension. Tapos in South America boiled gihapon for the skin diseases, so ila tong ginapahid-pahid siguro sa stomach problem, so giinom to nila ang katong kuan. Siyempre pag mag-boiled water ka, ibutang man to nimo ang katong Acapulco, which is kato i-heal nila katong stomach problems, fever, asthma, snake bite, o apil day ang pinaakan sa mga halas and venereal diseases. So in Thailand, leaves are boiled gihapon para mas mapadali ang pag-lever or pagtulon. So the next is aslasati, boil to 10 to 15 dried leaves in the water, take the morning and bedtime. So for the wound treatment, leaves are boiled and simmered to 1/3 volume, then applying to affected areas twice daily. So, katong 10 to 15 nga leaves is dried leaves is gina-boil para i-take siya sa morning and sa bedtime. Tapos, para sa one treatment sad, of course, imurado sa i-boil or i-stay di siya 1 to 3 volume lang. Dili siya kaayo as in latang-lata ha. Tapos, i-apply dito nimo, kuhaon nimo siya after mag-boil, tapos ibutang na nimo siya or idampi na siya twice daily para mas madali ang pag-heal ng isa ka diseases na naa sa imuhang mga ruminants. So that's all of my report. So the way you get started is to quit talking and begin doing, of course, no. So thank you everyone for listening. I hope you understand all. Thank you and goodbye. God bless. Bye.
So good day everyone. So I am Junaline Bibigan, detail ed 3B student, and my report is the continuation of what Miss Timon discussed to you, to all of us. So So first, I will tackle the ointment preparation. So how to prepare the ointment. So first, wash the fresh leaves thoroughly and cut it into small pieces. Then second, add 1 glass of cooking oil or any coconut oil into a 1 glass of the fresh leaf that you cut. Then after that, fry it until it turn to crispy. Then after, remove it from the heat and strain. Then after that, cut 2 white candles, or the candles is the sperma number 5, into a small pieces. Cut it how you cut the leaves. Then after that, in a cooking pot, pour the strained oil together with the candle pieces that you cut and stir it until the candle will be melt, and or the candle has melted. So after that, pour the mixture into a clean container. Then after you pour the mixture, and then you put the mixture in a clean container, cover it when cool. Then after that, you can rest it in an hour or in a day after you make it. Then apply it and it is ready to use. Then apply the ointment that you use to the affected areas twice daily. So we understand how to prepare the ointment. It is easy. So first, now let's move on to the garlic, or what we call bawang. The scientific name of this garlic is Allium sativum, a species of the onion family, and the English name is garlic. So what's the use of this garlic? So it is used to reduce the cholesterol on the blood, and also it helps to lower blood pressure. Then the properties of this garlic is the antibacterial, anti-thelmintic, antimycotic, antiviral, antipasmodic, diaphoretic, hypotensive, and promoting leukocytosis, lowering lipids, inhibiting platelet aggregation, fibrinolytic, and expectoration. So the parts that utilize of this garlic, or ang part na mga gamit sa garlic, it is the bulbs. So bulbs, it is a features permanently as a condiment and a flavor in Filipino cuisine. So yes, this garlic, not just it, we can use it for our food, for condiment for our food, or to make flavor to our food, but also we can use it as a medicinal herb. So according to herbalists, with the concern that cooking diminishes medicinal potency, they recommend eating raw garlic cloves. So now let's move on to the uses of this garlic. So after birth, the newborn's navel wounds for ruminants, for eating placenta for swine, and used for appetizer, coughs, colds, and antifungal agent for swine. So the uses of this garlic, or the bawang, is you can use it to treat the wounds of the newborn's navel for the swine and the poultry. Then after that, we can use also this garlic or bawang for the cough, colds, antifungal agent for swine, not just for swine but also for the poultry. So how to use it? So crush several cloves, or some several garlic and rub it on the affected areas. If you have affected in these areas, you just rub the crushed garlic. Then, and also we can use this garlic to treat headaches or sakit sa ulo. So how we prepare the garlic. So crush one garlic and apply to both temples as poultice. So you crush a garlic, then apply it in this part, in the part of this head, if you feel some headaches. Then after that, also it can use to treat some bites of insect. So how you prepare it? So another, crush garlic or cut clove crosswise and rub directly to the affected areas. So if you have an insect bite in this area, you just so crush some garlic and rub it in this part, not just for the it is sample for the insect bites. If you bite some dog, so if dog bite you in this area, get some garlic and crush it. Put the crushed garlic into this area and rub it slowly. Then so the decoction used for tonsillitis. So the garlic or bawang, we can use it for decoction. So what is decoction? So decoction is a method of extraction by boiling herbal or any beneficial plant material to dissolve the exist chemicals of it, and it is the most common preparation method in various herbal medicine system. So you're right, the decoction is the extraction by boiling the beneficial plant. So this decoction garlic, we can use it if we have nasal congestions. So how we can use it? A steam of inhalation of chopped garlic. If we steam a chopped garlic, you inhale it and add some teaspoon of vinegar. Then after that it is cooked, then it start inhaling it. And also it can use for gas pains. So for gas and the continuation of this nasal congestion, sorry for the so this fresh garlic has been used as a complement to INH therapy for tuberculosis. So so we can use the decoction garlic if we have a problem for digestion and the gastrointestinal spasm. So now is the gas pains. For gas pains, drink an infusion of a peeled broiled clove, and and also the decoction of bawang or the garlic used for disinfectant to treat the wounds. So now we're done for the decoction of garlic. So now let's proceed to the guava or bayabas. And I'm sorry class if I have not put it in my presentation, but just listen to me because I will just read it clearly. So just listen lang. So guava or bayabas, so we all know what is guava, right? This is a fruit what we usually eat because it can easily get in our environment or from the neighbor. So the scientific name of this guava is Sidum guajava. It is more popularly known as a guava or bayabas in Bisaya. So bayabas is a small tree whose boiled leaves are used, the boiled leaves of this guava used as disinfectant to treat the wounds. So we can also make a decoction of this guava leaves. So the decoction of this guava leaves can use as a mouthwash to if we have a gum infection, to treat the gum infection and to treat also the tooth decay by using the decoction of the guava. Use it as a mouthwash, and not just the leaves but also the bark of the guava can use in children if they feel some chronic diarrhea. So the part utilized, or the part that usually use, is the leaves, and not just the leaf but also the bark of the guava. And the uses of this is, according to folkloric, is for retain placenta in pregnancy and breeding, for ruminants, for other infection and diarrhea in ruminants and swine. So the uses of this is for pregnancy, and if the breeding for any ruminants, and also for the treat of infection and to treat the diarrhea in our ruminants and to our swine. So the decoction or infusion of fresh leaves used for wound cleaning to prevent the infection and to facilitate the healing in swine castration. So with the use of this decoction, we can use it to heal after we have castration, if there are any problem while castrating, we can use the decoction leaves of guava to treat the wound, and not just for the wound but also to the diarrhea. How to prepare it for diarrhea, the leaves of guava. So boil for 15 minutes into 4 to 6 tablespoons of chopped leaves in ounces of ounce of water. So after that, after you boil it in 15 minutes, strain and cool it in a place. So after you cool it, after it is, kung malamig na ito, you can drink the 1/4 of the decoction. You bahinon yung nahimo nimo nga decoction, bahinon nimo siya o ikapila nimo gusto. So drink the 1/4 decoction drink it every 3 to 4 hours. And we're done for diarrhea. So for the toothache, so how to treat the toothache using the leaves. So chew 2 to 3 young leaves, 2 or 3 young leaves, and put it into the cavity. After you chew, you put it to the where you feel toothache. So, and also for the gum swelling. So for gum swelling, chew leaves also, or use the leaf decoction if you make a decoction, and use it as a mouthwash 3 times daily, every morning, afternoon, and evening. You can use it as a mouthwash, and not just for mouthwash but you can chew the leaves of the bayabas. So and next is the skin ulcer, the pruritic or the infective wounds. So how to apply it? So apply the decoction of leaves of the bayabas or the unripe fruit as wash it, or the leaf poultice on the wound, or use the decoction for wound cleansing. So this decoction it is popularly used to heal some circumcision wounds. So in nosebleeds, so if you feel nosebleed, so when we are a child, our parents just use some technique. We 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 put our head above and until the bleeding until the bleeding stop. So you can back your face when you see that the bleed stop. But we can use also this guava leaves. How? By densely roll the bayabas leaves, two leaves, and place into the nostril cavity. Place it in this, and after you place it, you can see that the bleeding has stopped. So when you feel that it stopped, it is na na-stop na gajud siya, you can get the bayabas leaves that you put in the nostril cavity. So we're done for the bayabas. So it is same like the bayabas, same is like the garlic or the bawang. So now let's move on to the lagondi. So we all know what is lagondi, right? We are very familiar of this kind of plants or the herbal plant. So the scientific name of this lagondi is Vitis nigundo. It is one of the better known. It is commonly known, sikat din siya as the medicinal plant in the Philippines. And lagondi have 5-leaved chastity tree, and it is shrub with many medicinal use. So as what I have said, it is commonly used for medicinal purposes. So it is used for the relief and treatment of cough, the asthma, dyspepsia, worms, colic, rheumatism, and boils. That's how you use that's the disease to treat the lagondi. So the root of this lagondi is known to be an expectorant, tonic, and febrifuge. So this propagated by use of mature leafless stem cuttings. So lagondi is amazing for medicinal purposes. So the part utilized or part na nagagamit sa lagondi, first is the leaves, then the bark also, and the roots, and also the seeds. So the part na magagamit sa lagondi for medicinal is the leaves, bark, and the roots, and also the seeds. So leaves may be harvested 3 months after it established. So now let's proceed to the uses of lagondi. So leaf decoction, or so lagondi, we can make some the leaves lagondi for decoction, like what they do for guava and for garlic. So we can also use the lagondi as a decoction. So the decoction can treat the fever, headache, toothache, cough, and asthma. So for fever and sprain, how to make or prepare leaf decoction. So fever and sprain, for your ruminants, boil 6 tablespoons of chopped leaves in a 2 glass of water for 15 minutes. And after that, you can strain and cool it in a other place. Then divide the decoction that you make in 3 parts, and take 1 part every 3 to 4 hours. Also, the bruised leaves that you make from the decoction, you don't throw it because you can apply it to your forehead. And then for the asthma and cough, how to prepare or make a decoction. Take 1/4 of the decoction 3 times a day, and the pounded leaves applies on the forehead also and temples for headaches. If you feel headaches, you can use the bruised leaves from the decoction by temple it in your forehead. So it can also not just for disease, but also for your bathing or kapag naliligo ka or sponge bathing. So how? So boil 4 handfuls of leaves in a pot of water for 5 minutes. So use the lukewarm decoction. So after that, you use the lukewarm decoction, only lukewarm for sponge bathing. So this Lagondi not just for to treat the wounds or any disease, but also it can be used good for our bathing or kapag naliligo tayo. So the recent use of this Lagondi. So Lagondi has been proven to be an effective analgesic and antitussive, or the prepared as pleasant tasting cough syrup. So Lagondi can be, it is effective especially when in a syrup, a cough syrup. So, and it has been considered as a replacement for dextromethorphan in the public health system, according to public health system. So preparation. So how to make Lagondi syrup? So clean fresh Lagondi leaves and chop it. Then after that, for a glass of water, boil 4 tablespoons of minced Lagondi leaves for 50 minutes. It's almost 1 hour. So for a glass of water, boil 4 tablespoons of minced Lagondi leaves for 50 minutes. So 50 minutes. Remember the 50 minutes. So it's so matagal pala ito. So matagal pala ito himuon. Dugay man din siya himuon ang Lagondi syrup. So after that, after you boil, strain it. Strain the liquid that is extract, and after you extract, bahinon nimo siya ikaupat. Then the 4 parts of extract, add 1 tablespoon of honey. So boil in. So after that, after you add honey to the 4 part extract of decoction, or not decoction but syrup, boil in an earthen pot or enamel-lined saucepan for only 15 minutes until the desired consistency or the viscosity is attained, and let it cool. So after that, you can pour the syrup in a clear amber colored bottle. So like this example, this after you cold the syrup, you can put it in this bottle, then drink it to the any ruminants or any poultry or swine production. So we're done tackling the Lagondi. It is same like how to prepare the part utilized, the use, or what disease can be treated. The same in the garlic, in guava, and also this Lagondi. So next is the niyog-niyogan. We all know what is this niyog-niyogan, right? So the scientific name of this niyog-niyogan is Quisquelis indicael. So the English name is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So this niyog-niyogan, it is a vine that is effective in the elimination of intestinal worms, particularly the trichina or the trichina and the ascaris, by investigating its mature dried seeds in a poultry or in a swine. So these roasted leaves are also used to treat fever and diarrhea. So the part utilized of this niyog-niyogan is the seeds and the leaves. So the properties of this niyog-niyogan is purgative. So it is why it is purgative, because the oil from the seeds, because the oil from the seed used, and it is called purgative. And also it is anthelmintic. It is considered anthelmintic, and also for anti-inflammatory. So the study of Ascariasis reported that the plant possesses anthelmintic properties. So now let's proceed to the uses of this niyog-niyogan. So anthelmintic, the dried seeds preferable for deworming. So it prefer for deworming. So caution of using this niyog-niyogan. There's a adverse reaction in diarrhea, abdominal pain, distension, and hiccups. So it is more likely if nuts are eaten in consecutive days or when fresh nuts are eaten. So these are the, if the ruminants feel diarrhea and fever, just use the roasted seeds and ripe seed roasted of the niyog-niyogan to treat it. And for also headaches, like leaves, apply the leaves to the head to relieve the headaches. The niyog-niyogan, the leaves of the niyog-niyogan, and also this Ifuga migrants use niyog-niyogan to treat the headaches and skin diseases. The pounded leaves, externally used for the pounded leaves of this niyog-niyogan is externally used for to treat the skin, any kind of skin diseases. And the dysphoria, for this dysphoria, do not just put automatically the leaves, but put the decoction leaves or the seeds of niyog-niyogan, the decoction boiled leaves of niyog-niyogan to treat the dysphoria. So not just for garlic, for guava and for lagundi, we can make a decoction, but also for the niyog-niyogan. So in Thailand, seed used as anthelmintic. So they use the seed as anthelmintic, and the flowers of the niyog-niyogan to treat the diarrhea. And in India and Abonia, the leaves used in compound decoction to relieve the flatulent distension of the abdomen. So the leaves and the fruits are reported to be anthelmintic and also used for nephritis. So in India and Moluccas, seeds are given with honey as electuary for the expulsion of entozoa in children. And for Indochina, seeds as anthelmintic. So and also for the rickets in children. So in Chinese and Anamitis, it is reported that the seed used as a vermifuge. So China seed as diarrhea and leucorrhea. So in China, seeds are also used for diarrhea and for leucorrhea to discharges of children. And these seeds macerated in oil are applied to parasitic and apply it to any parasitic skin diseases. And in Bangladesh, so they use it for diarrhea, the fever, the boils or ulcers, and helminthitis. So in Thailand, that's places they usually use seeds of niyog-niyogan and the decoction and the leaves of niyog-niyogan. So decoction, decoction is the extraction, right, of boiling leaves. So we can make a decoction from the garlic or bawang, from the guava or bayabas, from the lagundi, and also from the niyog-niyogan. So that's all my topic. So the continuation of my report is, so that's all. Thank you.
So, good day everyone. My name is Charmaine Nargahal from Detailed 3 Mainit Campus. So, I will discuss to you the top herbal parts in the Philippines. So, this is just a continuation. So, I have here first the sambong, or locally known as sagbong. Scientifically known as Blomea balsamifera. Here in the Philippines, these medicinal plants used to treat kidney disorders, cold, fever, rheumatism, hypertension, and other ailments. Then, the parts that can be utilized in sambong are leaves, even or fresh or dried leaves. It is also matured, healthy, fully expanded leaves are harvested while senescent leaves are discarded. Air dry until they crumbled when crushed with the fingers, and store in amber-colored bottles in a cool or dried place. Then, uses of folkloric. Leaves are full taste for abscesses in swine and ruminants, and also roots and leaves for fevers and cystitis in swine, also for our animals. Then, for preparation, if we have fever, decoction of roots must be, then boil 2 to 4 handfuls of leaves. Then if we have headaches, apply pounded leaves on the forehead and templates. Hold in place with a clean piece of cloth. So if we have gas distension or hilab in Tagalog, boil 2 teaspoons of chopped leaves of sambong in 1 cup of water for 5 minutes. Then drink the decoction while warm. You can also use as for upset stomach, for example, for those postpartum, for mother's bath after childbirth. And you can use it also for diuretic. Boil 2 tablespoons of chopped sambong leaves in 2 glasses of water for 15 minutes. Take 1/2 of decoction after every meal, then 3 times a day. Used for example for those who have skin diseases. Next, we have wild tea or chaang gubat as one of the top herbal parts of the Philippines, and locally known chaang gubat, and scientifically known as Eretia microphyllalam. Then this chaang gubat can be medicinal herb and effective in treating diarrhea, dysentery, gastroenteritis, and other stomach illness. And the parts utilized is only leaves. Next is the uses of folkloric. For diarrhea, boil 8 tablespoons of chopped chaang gubat leaves in 2 glasses of water for 15 minutes. Then you will strain and cool. Use only 1/4 of the decoction every 2 to 3 hours. then the decoction has also been used as a dental mouthwash. For those who have bad breath, you can also use this. Then also the leaves used as an disinfectant wash. So the next we have the sweet soap or atis, locally known as atis, and scientifically known as Anonas squamosa L. It can be custard apple or sugar apple. Then the parts that can be utilized is the leaves, the fruits, and the seeds. It can also treat for diarrhea, dysentery, fainting, or consciousness. Then the leaves of atis can be also medicinal plants for livestock health care. Then we have leaf decoction used for rheumatic bath for alleviative pain. For fainting and hysteria, crush the fresh leaves and place over the nose. Here, you can put the leaves over here. For infected insect bites, pound and extract the juice from one unripe fruit and apply the juice directly to the affected areas 3 times daily. Then for lice infestation for the head, atis can also be a herbal treatment. And you can pound 1/2 cup of atis seeds and mix with 1/4 cup of oil. Then apply mixture thoroughly to the hair. Then do daily for 3 to 5 days. Then in northern India, young leaves are used for diabetes, the leaves of atis. Then in Malaysia, used for skin infection, diarrhea, dysentery, and even UTIs. Even here in the Philippines, we can use atis leaves for those who have UTIs. Then next we have Hibiscus or gomamilla, locally known as gomamela, and scientifically known as Hibiscus gusa sinensis Linn. And it can be medicinal herb. It is used an expectorant for coughs, cold, sore throat, fever, and bronchitis. And the parts that can be utilized for gomamilla is flowers, roots, and even the leaves. Harvest the roots and leaves any time of the year. Wash it, cut into slices, and sun dry. Here in the Philippines, uses of folkloric flower buds of gomamilla beaten to a paste, then apply as poultice to boils. Then those who have cancerous swellings and mumps. So for mumps, infection of the urinary tract, use the gomamilla leaves and dried drug materials in 15 to 30 grams. Boil the decoction and drink. For abscesses, carbuncles, and boils, crush the fresh leaves and poultice the infected area. Then you can also decoctionate the roots for coughs. So now we know that even the roots of gomamilla can be used for coughs. Then infusion of poultice of leaves used for headaches. Decoction of roots used as drops for sore eyes. Seeds used as a stimulant and for cramps also. Then even the leaves can be also decoctionate for fevers. Also, gumamela can be infusion of flowers and leaves used as expectorant in bronchitis. Even hair stimulant. Oil made by mixing the juice of fresh petals of gumamela and olive oil in equal proportion, and boil until the water has evaporated, then used for stimulating hair growth. Even in Venezuela, this gumamela can be used as treat for tumors. We all know that gumamela is just a flower, but now, according to the module, according to some researchers, gumamela is also a herbal parts. A herbal for those who have wounds, fevers, even coughs, even in our hair, it can also be used. Next we have ginger, or locally known as luya, and in Tagalog is luya, and scientifically known as Gingiber officinale. This is one of the top herbal parts in the Philippines. It has many uses as a medicinal herb, with the antifungal, the anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, diuretic, antiseptic properties. So, this luya can be the parts that can be utilized in luya or ginger is the tops, the leaves, and the edible roots. So yeah. Next, so we have the uses of luya. The pounded rhizome alone or mixed with oil, used for diarrhea in swine and internal parasites for ruminants also. Then, as a digestive aid and for inflatulence and tympanism, decoction of the rhizome drunk as a tea. So, we all know that luya is just a luya, but we can also the leaves, even the tops of luya can be also used. Then, ginger juice rubbed on and around the navel is said to cure all kinds of diarrhea. Poultice of pounded and warm leaves applied to bruises. Ginger can be taken with rock salt before meals. Is said to clean the tongue and throat and increase the appetite. Then, chewing ginger is said to diminish blenuousness and delirium, relieve sore throat, hoarseness, and aphonia, and even increase the flow of saliva. Personal experience, I have a friend whose habit is chewing luya before singing, because for him, his throat made and feel fresh before singing. Also here in Mainit, we have salabat. That salabat is made of ginger. So that would be all my report. Thank you.
Okay, so good day everyone. So our group was assigned to report the chapter 7, which is all about the common Philippine herbs used for preventing and treating diseases for animals. So as to continue the report of Miss Shara Ohel about the top herbal parts in the Philippines, I will tackle the remaining herbal in the Philippines that we can found in the Philippines. First is the aloe vera or Sabella. Okay, so I know that we are very familiar with this plant. So the scientific name for aloe vera is Aloe barbadensis Miller liquid. And this is a succulent plant that is used to treat burns, cuts, eczema, and other disorders. So it has antiviral, antifungal, antibiotic, antioxidant, and antiparasitic properties. So aloe vera is very popular medicinal plant that people use for thousands of years. So it offers a lot of health benefits for humans and for animals as well. Okay? So the parts that is utilized in aloe vera are the leaves, the pulp, and the sap. So these are the parts that is utilized in aloe vera. So aloe vera have many health benefits and can be used for the following. For first is the alopecia. So when I say alopecia, this is means hair loss. Okay? And can also be used for falling hair. So aloe vera can be used as a shampoo. So some of the shampoo brands uses aloe vera as an ingredient. One of an example is the Palmolive shampoo. Am I right? Okay. So aloe vera is also used to dandruff. Okay. To prevent dandruff, you can use aloe vera. So it can preserve our hair. So it is used for dysentery. So when you say dysentery, this is the intestinal infection that causes severe diarrhea with blood. So when a person suffers dysentery, we can recommend aloe vera. So the leaf juice that is mixed with milk can be used for dysentery. And this is also can be used for pains of the kidney, for skin burns, for scalds. So when we say scalds, ito yung mga napaso na parte ng ating katawan due to hot liquids and steams. So it can also be used for scrapes or mga pangos nga or caused by an accident. This also used for sunburn and for wounds. So aloe vera is used for wound healing. So one of this is the conjunctivitis. So when I say conjunctivitis, this is the redness in your eye along with itching. So we can use the leaf juice to apply it in the outer eyelid. Okay? So another is for the sprains and sore throat. So aloe vera also contains several vitamins and other nutrients that help our animals boost their immune system and to make them more resistant to diseases. So those are the healthy benefits of aloe vera. Okay. The next one is the virgin coconut oil. So virgin coconut oil comes from a coconut tree. Okay. So this is though this is not a medicinal plant, but it is very popular alternative medicine widely used in our country today. So it is taken internally for various ailments like diabetes to high blood pressure. So when you have relatives who suffers diabetes and high blood pressure, you can recommend them virgin coconut oil. So it is also applied to skin and scalp to nourish and heal. Okay, so virgin coconut oil can be produced from fresh coconut milk, meat, or residue. So, as we all know that virgin coconut oil comes from a coconut tree. So the parts that is utilized in a coconut tree are the roots, the bark, the bloom of the leaf, the cabbage, the flowers, and the fruit. Okay? So as you can see in the picture, these are the parts that is utilized in a coconut tree. So virgin coconut oil offers a lot of health benefits and can be used for the following. Okay, so first is the abscesses. So when we say abscesses, these are the the pisa. Okay, so another is the asthma. Okay, so it can cure asthma, for baldness, yung pagkaupaw, yes. So we can use virgin coconut oil for this one. It is also used for burns, for bruises. So when we say bruises, these are the mga pasa sa katawan na tumutubo, okay? So these are used for virgin coconut oil is also used for cough and colds, for kidney stones, for scabies. So when we say scabies, these are the pimple-like skin rash. These are irritated, okay? Okay, so this is also used for ulcers, for dandruff, for diarrhea or vomiting, for dry skin. Yes, we can use virgin coconut oil. We can apply it directly to the skin, to the affected area. Okay, and also for rheumatism. So, virgin coconut oil is abundant in vitamin E. Okay, that uh, can cure skin disorders. So, virgin coconut oil also is generally safe for dogs to eat in small amounts or even apply it to their skin or fur. Okay, so is it clear to you the benefits that we can get from virgin coconut oil? Okay, so let's move on to the another herbal parts in the Philippines. So the oregano. Okay, so oregano are commonly known for us as carabo or calabo. Okay, so the scientific name for oregano is the Oregano vulgare. Okay, so oregano is a perennial herb with antioxidant and antimicrobial properties. So this is taken internally for the prevention of degenerative arthritis, relief of cough, okay, osteoarthritis, asthma, and upset stomach. So the oregano is commonly used as to cure coughs. Okay? Ito yung madalas na ginagamitan natin ng oregano, yung mga ubo. Okay? So, the parts that is utilized from oregano are the leaves. Yes. So, oregano can be used for the following. So, for the external burns, so we can pitch a leaf of oregano to and rub it into our hands, and we can apply it directly from extracting the leaves to cure or to use it for external burns and also for centipede and scorpion bites. So we can use oregano. It's also used for headache, for dyspepsia. So when we say dyspepsia, this is the abdominal pain. Asthma. Okay, so as what I have said earlier, for chronic cough, for bronchitis. Okay, so for colic. So when we say colic, ito yung kabag ng mga baby. 'Di ba? So, if ang baby is umiiyak, ayaw tumigil sa pag-iyak, akala mo nagugutom, pinapadede, pero ayaw. Akala mo rin naantok, pero ayaw matulog. So, ginagawa ng mga nanay is pinipikpik yung tiyan, and then they quickly know that it is a colic or kabag. So, we can use oregano. And also for flatulence. So, when I say flatulence is farting. Okay, so panuhot. So, we can use oregano, especially for the pregnant women. Okay, so you can use oregano. So, for rheumatism, okay, for ear aches, for sprains, for felons, okay, so, for painful swellings, so when we say painful swellings, ito yung manghupong ang tiil gani kana mao na ang painful swellings. Okay, felon, when you say felon, it kaning hubag sa kamot. Usually sa kamot na siya, fingertip, mahubag siya and kadalasan mo siya magnana. So mao na siya. We can use oregano for that. Okay, so for sore throat, for diarrhea, and for fever. Okay, so for the animals, we can use the oregano if for feeding, fresh or dried oregano or the more concentrated oregano oil consistently. So it keeps the bacteria and parasite illness away from your animals. So in addition, it helps the animals' intestines to recover and heal from illness. Okay, so another is the long turmeric. Yeah, this one. So long turmeric is a ginger family. Belongs to a ginger family. So the scientific name for long turmeric is the Curcuma longa. Okay, so long turmeric, it is a common spice that comes from the root of Curcuma longa. So it contains a chemical called curcumin which might reduce swelling. So turmeric also has a warm, bitter taste and is frequently used for flavor or color curry powders, mustards, butters, and cheeses. Okay, so the parts that is utilized in long turmeric are the rhizome and leaves. So as you can see, the rhizome is found in the roots and the leaf is okay. So there is the leaf. Okay, so uh, long turmeric offers a lot of healthy benefits. So this can be used for the following. It can be used as a tea. Yes, so mostly as what I have known, our lolas and lolas used turmeric for as a tea. So because it promotes weight loss, it improves digestion and metabolism. It keeps you looking young because of its antioxidant properties, and it protects body from infections. Okay, so turmeric also can be used for fevers, for dysentery, for castration wounds. Okay, for example, when we are castrating our piglets, so for the castration to heal quickly, we can use that turmeric. Okay, so it is also used for cough, colds in poultry and ruminants. Anthementic. So when you say anthementic, this destroy parasitic works, okay, for animals. So it is good for antiseptic for wounds. So when we say antiseptic, this is a disinfectant. This that prevents the growth of the disease-causing organisms. Okay, so this is also used for insect bites, for ringworm, bleeding, for smallpox, chickenpox, and parasitic skin infections. Okay, so long turmeric is, can be in animal products is primarily promoted as anti-inflammatory supplement for dogs suffering from medical conditions that cause stiffness and discomfort in their bones and joints. Okay, so another example of a herbal parts in the Philippines is the sour soup. Okay, so this one, so this is commonly known as in our vernacular as ubana or the goyabano. So the scientific name for sour soup is the Annona moricata. Okay, so this have a broadleaf flowering evergreen tree, and it is native to the tropical regions of the Americas and the Caribbean and is widely propagated. Okay, So, um, the in okay, so the parts that is utilized in sour soup are the flower, the leaves, and the fruit. So here it is. Okay, so sour soup offers again a lot of healthy benefits, and it can be used for the following: for the head legs, okay, for the kuto. If you want to remove the kuto, you can use the sour soap. So for the bed bugs, for the chiggers. So when I say chiggers, these are the tiny mites that uh, is parasitic larvae that causes irritation and dermatitis. Okay, so this is also used for antiscorbutic. So when I say antiscorbutic, this is for curing scurvy, or scurvy is the lack of vitamin C. Example of this is bleeding gums. Okay, so you can use soursop for that. Another is the inflammation. This results in chronic pain, stiffness, and damage to health body tissues. Another is the swollen feet. Okay, so anong hubag ang tiil. Okay, so that cause ang hinungdan ani usay is the arthritis or rheumatism for swollen feet. So you can use soursop for that. Another is the eczema. So eczema, this is common skin condition that causes itchy, red, dry, and irritated skin. Okay, so skin disorders. It's also used for skin eruptions. So these are the pimple-like skin rash. This is also used for dysentery and parasitism. Okay, so so that's all of my report. Thank you.